After 6 months without a major update, Curse Tank Simulator's developers have finally started releasing updates, and I'm gonna be the one covering all the changes and additions in today's video within minutes. So settle in, grab some water, and enjoy.
The Panzer IV-H is a tier 3 German medium tank that goes up to tier 4 with its 75mm iconish cannon. The Panzer IV-H features extra armor over its previous predecessor, the Panzer IV-G, adding an additional 10mm of space turret armor and 15mm of space hull armor on the sides. It also has an extra reverse gear, 3 extra units of acceleration, 3.3 extra units of ammo capacity, and an extra ton of weight. All these upgrades definitely help out the 4H, but not as much as you think. The space armor may save you from chemical rounds, but it definitely won't against kinetic rounds. So use this tank wisely, and position yourself as you are made of glass. The MTLB, a tier 3 Russian APC hull that's built to be as annoying as possible. With the mobility and armor of your average armored personnel carrier, this thing is scared to face at tier 3 due to its 2-crew hull paired with a front engine and a spacious rear. It'll definitely punish new players for not knowing how to deal with this Russian rat. Surely in this new minor update, they would have added something that can counter this. Oh. Look what we have here. Scariest of all tanks in Free 4, introducing the Su-152. Based off of a KV chassis, the Su-152 is a tier 4 hull that's paired with its massive 152mm ML-20S cannon that's sure to destroy anything it penetrates no matter what, having a devastating APHE and HE round with its insane amount of explosiveness. Just make sure your enemy isn't below you. The armor on the Su-152 isn't bad by any means, but it's also not strong enough that you can just shrug off everything. Overall, a decent tank for a casemate. Just don't fight on the front lines or you'll be devastated by light tanks. Let's take a break from the Russians and enjoy this wholesome scene over here. Look! It's an MTLB patting a Su-152. Aww. Isn't that adorable? Wait a moment. What's that sound I'm hearing? Oh no. Do I really have to explain this thing? Alright, but I'll make it short. What you just saw is the Sturm Tiger. If you ever felt like wanting to bomb someone, this is the perfect vehicle for you. Just don't expect people to like you afterwards, because you're horrible for using it. Hey, P55, you tired of being penned by everyone else? Don't worry, pal. I've got just the upgrade for you. Look to your left. It's about time you fought back against all those bullies.
Группа крови на рукаве, мой порядковый номер на рукаве.
Tier 7 to 8 now has a new competitor with the introduction of the new T55 AM1, a tier 8 medium tank that's been modernized to make every other player's lives just a bit worse. This upgraded T55 comes with big amounts of extra armor, adding a 120mm Nera on its upper plate, which is angled at 55 degrees by the way, giving it 300mm of effective armor instead of the usual 170. It also has a lot of extra turret armor, with at least 200mm of extra narrow and cast armor. I couldn't get an exact value because the in-game armor inspector is a bit silly. The upgraded variant also comes with smoke grenades, so that now when you're in a pretty bad situation, you can just smoke and get away. Good luck doing that in a T-55. With all these major upgrades, you can clearly see just how much more survivable the AM1 is compared to its ancestor. So brush away your T-55 and give its cooler version a try.
On June 22nd, 2022, Curse Tank Simulator was officially released to the public, and it came with 5 tiers of gameplay. From the beginning tiers of 1-2 to the sweat swamps of 9-10. At the top of each tier range, there would be tanks that would shine brighter than any other. They were known as meta tanks. 9-10 now has a new meta tank.
Okay, I'm getting lazy, so I'm lowering the amount of editing I do. Thanks for understanding.
Let's break down the Ariet's capabilities, armor, and mobility. Let's start with armor. Frontally, the turret may seem like your average MBT layout, like this Challenger 2 for example, but the moment you shake the mantlet, you'd notice something just a bit off. On the bright side, the hull is a bit easier to deal with. Take this Leopard 2 for comparison.
Not bad armor. Good weak spot.
It may be hard, but it's not impossible. But don't worry, the sides of the Ariet are much easier to deal with. So when you get the opportunity, always go for the sides.
Now that we've covered armor, let's move on to mobility.
The Ariet has a top speed of 65 km per hour, which in practice is actually only 56, probably because the engine wasn't fed enough pasta. Fortunately, it does go 47 km per hour backward fully, so whenever you feel like disengaging from a battle, just hold S. Show those Russian lovers the superiority of a good reverse gear. Now that we've covered all of the new things added, let's focus on the old stuff being changed. The Tier 1 Kettenkrad received a new crew remodel, being characters based from Girls' Last Tour. Highly recommend you watch it, by the way. Then we also have probably the smallest tank in the game now if it wasn't small enough already. The Elfried received a full remodel, now being so small that you can hide anywhere on any map. But you're not invisible, so choose how you play this little critter wisely. Let's speedrun the less important stuff now. The Type 96A received the Carousel Ammo remodel, the 85mm Cis Esca remodel, the MMWT and K15A Mirage Hole now fall lane with the MMWT turret receiving fire control system. The Panzer IV GT72A and D3 variant received machine guns, and all of these parts on the screen just got their weight adjusted. You can adjust your mom's weight though.
You are my sunshine.
I'll put up the entire change logs for this minor update in the background. And other than that, I'd like to thank every single one of you for watching this video to the very end. It is currently 6:47 AM as I am recording this final voiceover on April 1st. I stayed up all night for this multiple times, so I hope you all sincerely did enjoy, and I'll see you guys next major update. Bye!